26 of them! 26 of them! Evan!
Vai, mano, vai, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, vai, mano.
She literally takes a mouthful of spit and spits it in our face.
When officers responded to a report of a missing 3-year-old girl in Sandusky, Ohio, they quickly realized that something about the situation felt deeply wrong.
Come on, ring.
911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, I need to report I believe my girlfriend's wife, Jesus, I'm so sorry. My girlfriend's daughter and dog have been taken. I took a 30-minute nap, and I just woke up, and they're nowhere. I have searched our entire home.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 3.
She's 3?
Yeah, she's 3.
The 911 call came from 29-year-old Devin O'Brien, the boyfriend of the child's mother, who claimed he had fallen asleep for a short time and woken up to find both the little girl, Charlotte Patterson, and one of the family's dogs gone.
I'm wondering if, maybe her baby daddy's a deadbeat drug guy.
Okay, does he live in the area?
He lives in Cleveland. She's a stripper in Cleveland, and he's been, harassing her. That's why I moved them here, to get away from it. I just feel like I'm just standing in my driveway. I feel like I need to go help look.
I need you to stay where you are right now. That way an officer can speak with you.
Yeah, listen, I'm, freaking out. I can't just stand here.
On the phone, he sounded frantic, suggesting that maybe Charlotte's biological father had somehow taken her, even though he admitted he barely knew anything about him. But from the moment police arrived, Devin's behavior actually raised red flags.
Okay. Are you the dad?
I'm not her boyfriend.
Okay. That's not the dog?
That's my dog.
Okay.
Hold on, sir.
There's no other dogs in the house?
It's just her. She's calling me. Hold on.
Okay.
I looked everywhere, man.
Okay.
I've checked our shed, our campsite, our back.
Okay, we just have to...
No, I know. Listen, that photo's broken. That shouldn't have happened. There's no way she would have broke that photo. Hey, the cops are here.
You think someone broke in?
I don't know. I don't lock the front door with my problem.
Do a quick sleep.
I fell asleep.
When was the last time you seen her?
Dude, I don't know how long I was asleep, to be honest with you. It could have been an hour and a half. Really, it didn't
Walk me through what happened.
Okay. I have unfortunately not really slept the past 3 days.
Okay.
I'm a bipolar, manic schizophrenic.
Okay. Sure.
So the lithium has been f***ing me.
Okay.
I've only been taking 40-minute cat naps,
Okay.
and I finally crashed today. I unloaded half my storage unit in the car. I got home and I was trying to unload and get in there, and I was like, hey, color, okay, I'm gonna nap, and I just.
Where did you fall asleep?
I fell asleep in the living room.
And where was she when you fell asleep?
I remember her being by the table, she was there, and then I was like, go play in your, if you want to go play in your room or play wherever,
Okay.
and...
Does she speak?
She's like a full-fledged adult.
Okay.
You'd be like, are you... Yeah, I live with my mommy and daddy,
Okay.
and it's...
You said you don't lock the front door?
I unfortunately don't lock
Okay.
doors. It's a really bad habit. She's trying to get me to I locked the front door, but I didn't lock the sliding door.
And this is the sliding door you're talking about?
The front door was dead bolted.
Find another one?
Right open. It slides.
Some other evidence, cell phone.
Is she able to open that door by herself?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a gate for the dog. Sometimes she'll just climb right over it.
Okay.
So, she's like a monkey, man.
What time do you go to bed? Take a nap. What time?
Dude, I honestly have no idea time right now.
Was it light out?
It was still light, yeah.
Okay.
It was still light. My brain is so fried.
Okay.
I don't even pay attention to the time and days anymore.
Was it dark when you called?
Yeah, it was dark. I don't think it's her deadbeat baby daddy in Cleveland, because it'd be crazy if he came out here. But
Okay.
that's just in the back of my mind. But
Who's that?
I don't know his name. She doesn't talk about him.
Can you call him? Call her?
Yeah, I can call her.
Just get his name.
She'll probably be like, yeah, it's not him. He's probably dead in a gutter.
Okay.
But there's a 0.1% chance.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, he has to ask you about her father.
Her father?
Yeah, he
I have
needs-
no idea anything about her father.
What, do you know his name?
Yeah, it's Ethan.
Do you know a phone number or anything?
I haven't talked to him in like over a year and a half, maybe.
Do you have a phone number for him?
I have no idea. I don't have no idea how to get in touch with him. I've been trying to get in touch with him for months.
Do you know where he lives?
He lives somewhere in Cleveland. I have no idea exactly where. She probably went outside to follow Juju and...
Yeah, she has a bad habit of just thinking she can go outside.
Okay.
Are you on your way from Cleveland?
I'm going to pick up my medicine now.
Okay, she has to go back to her house to get her car and everything.
My friend's house.
Yeah.
When police spoke to Charlotte's mother by phone, they were unsettled by how little urgency they heard in her voice. Even after being told her 3-year-old daughter was missing, she was not immediately rushing back to the trailer and instead told officers she was stopping to pick up medication, a response that struck them as highly unusual given the circumstances.
We're looking for a missing girl, a missing 3-year-old who was walking a dog from right down here.
He never said it. He come up to us because we took the kids, no, they're missing, from down the street.
Yeah.
Ginger, which is a pumpkin, for a walk and they haven't seen her. And all he said is they were missing the dog. He didn't say anything about the girl was missing.
What did he say to you?
He just wanted to know if we knew where the dog Ginger was.
Which is her Palm Husky, because we just got back.
How long ago was that?
What, about an hour ago?
A couple hours ago.
Outside, neighbors gave police another reason to be suspicious. Some of them said that when Devin had approached them earlier, he had only asked whether they had seen the dog. He never mentioned that a 3-year-old child was missing. That detail immediately stood out. And as officers continued searching the trailer park, Devin kept insisting that Charlotte was not nearby and that she had to be somewhere farther away. But at the same time, he seemed strangely detached, talking casually on the phone and showing far more visible concern for one of his sick dogs than for the missing child.
Listen, I know you guys are doing the job. I don't think she's doing 50 feet.
Okay.
You know, like, I would have found her and you guys would have found her. So, like, I'm just worried she's out. I'm standing at a highway.
I understand that. I understand your concern. We are
telling you what to do. So,
Laura and I were going to start. He goes, hey, before you guys start,
I asked about the
he
kid.
goes, we cut.
I
There's gonna
asked
be a lot
about
of
the
blood
kid.
inside.
I swear to God, I'd ask about the kid. I love her.
Where did he stand at?
Literally right.
Listen, I
Where's
done her
all
at
this?
that little.
Where's all this blood that's inside?
It's not that there is a bunch of blood. It's there will be, like, if you were to do a DNA thing, I'll show you the bathroom. Like, come, like, it's just. You got videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just didn't want someone to come in here and just be like, hey, there's like drops of blood, and then, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I watch so much TV shows. It's, you know, like, it's just, I cut my wrist here, some blood got up on, you know, like, it's just some places, like, it dries and stuff. I don't clean. So I was just letting you know.
Okay, so there's blood on the sink?
There's, like, if you were to swab this whole thing, like, yeah.
So that's blood?
Yeah. Like,
what's that from?
I did a really bad cut. Yeah, like, I did all this the other night.
Who took a shower last?
I did.
How long ago?
It was in that time frame from it was probably like 6-ish.
Okay.
Closest to, I did it and then I laid down. I just got in, I rinsed off, I didn't do my hair or anything, and I, you know, I threw up food. I just feel sick.
I got you. Is there any other weapons in the house?
I have like a couple little blades. It's an old katana.
Can I take this sheet off?
You can. It's an old katana I got from a pawn shop.
Okay.
I've like never.
You just want to step back for a minute?
Oh yeah.
How do you get it off?
I've opened it a couple times, but.
How do you open it?
There's a. Like you pull. Yeah, they're looking at my knives. Like, it's like old rusted knives, and the guys I got it from was like, this is from World War II, man. Like, you can break the handle off. And,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Instead of focusing entirely on Charlotte, he kept drifting into strange explanations about his mental health, his medications, and his lack of sleep, while also drawing officers' attention to blood inside the trailer before they had even asked about it. He pointed out stains in the bathroom, near the shower and in the hallway, trying to explain them away by saying he had recently hurt himself. Officers also noticed that the shower was still wet and that there was vomit in the drain.
He's not even looking for this kid, man. Like
Has he given us consent to search the entirety of the house?
Yeah, me and Cameron already did an initial search of the whole premises. He's just on the phone here talking with somebody casually, not even. He's sweating balls right now. He's inside with Cameron showing him the blood. He just mentioned it.
Alright, well, as soon as he's done doing that, we need to get everybody out of the house and lock it down.
I figured.
Yeah, do me a favor and actually go in there now and get Cameron. Get everybody out of the house.
What are you thinking, Cam?
Listen, man, my girlfriend is just freaking out that she's on a highway somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta speak out loud to him, okay?
No, you're good.
I don't want you to get offended.
No, go ahead, man.
He admits that he cuts himself.
Yeah.
And he's got there's blood in the bathroom, there's blood in the front entrance.
I have major depression, schizophrenia, and bipolar. I'm medicated.
Her, Evan, everybody out.
Okay.
We're locking it down.
Okay. They're taking me.
We're not taking you.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you meant.
We're locking the house down.
You said they said they're locking the house.
It just doesn't make sense about that picture. It's broken.
Yeah, she's not in the house. Me and her both think she opens the door all the time. The dog runs around.
Then why isn't she here?
Why isn't she?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's why I called you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not yelling.
I understand that,
I'm emotional,
but
man.
It's just.
Our.
I'll leave it at that. Can you just stay out of the house, please?
Yeah,
All right.
He wanted to see it.
All right. You can stay on the phone. Just stay out of the car.
No, I get it, but it's just we got like 13 dudes here.
We're gonna have more than that.
I know we're gonna have a lot more, but I feel like we're spreading.
And then suddenly, the case changed in an instant. While checking a shed beside the trailer, the officer noticed a black tote placed on a high shelf. Something about it made him reach inside, and what he felt immediately sent him into shock.
Evan! 26 of them! 26 of them! Evan!
Slow down. Sean, he's already in the back.
Man, come on!
Sean, come here. Come here. Come here.
She's in the shit. I just felt her face. God damn it! Man! I don't know, man!
Alright, go over there.
Go find out!
Go over there.
She's in the
2200, we need a squad right away.
God damn it, man!
Inside the tote was Charlotte. Officers rushed to the shed, but by the time they got her down, it was already clear that she was gone.
Sean, you gotta give us a direction on where you felt her. I was reaching for the bottom, and I was moving that tote, and I felt inside because it was heavy enough, felt her face.
What? No, bro. Are you, dude? Please do not tell me she's dead. So what? Where was she? Was she okay? Please, someone tell me she's okay.
Tote up top. Up top?
Yes.
She's in the tote.
All right.
Okay.
Tell us that, Sean.
Don't leave it. Leave it. Get out. Well, we gotta check.
Dude.
Okay.
We gotta check her.
Eye socket, dude.
We gotta check her if she's alive, then.
I know. We need a ladder right away.
Ladder.
They can pull it down. They can pull it down. Where are we going?
Sean said he put his hand in this tote and he can feel a body.
I felt the face.
Ready? Yep. Oh yeah, man, I can see hair. That's a Barbie.
I felt the face. Right there. Let's go. How long she been down or missing?
We just found her 5 minutes ago.
All right.
She's cold.
Yeah, I see it.
She's gone.
2200, I need you to contact 981 and the chief again.
What?
It's gonna be a homicide.
Sean, look at me, bro. Look at me. Stop. Walk it off. Walk it off.
Man. Oh my God.
Yes.
I just touched your head, man.
I got him.
Oh, just touch your face, man. Whoa. Touch your face, man. Little baby.
Wow. 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 I'm dealing with shit now. I'm the murderer.
Touch your face, dude. Touch your face, man. Oh.
Why? Why would someone do that? Why would someone do that? Why would someone do that, man? Why?
Oh, God, man. Look at baby, man.
The discovery was so disturbing that even the officers at the scene struggled to keep themselves composed. The officer who found her was in total disbelief after realizing he had just touched the little girl's face inside the container. Devin was taken to the police station, where his behavior remained erratic and contradictory. He rambled about his bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, trauma, and sleep deprivation, while Charlotte's mother, Miranda, was interviewed separately and broke down when detectives told her that her daughter had been found dead in the shed.
I just don't understand how she could just die like that. Is it okay if she, did she drown? Did she,
She didn't drown.
she get hit in the head?
It's a lot. She was found in the shed, in a tote, and she was deceased in the tote. She was murdered.
But baby, it was just a normal day. It was just a normal day.
Yeah. Listen, I'm so sorry. There's no words that.
So I'll never be able to hold her again. And I want to hold my baby one more time.
I'm going to request a lawyer. Okay. I will, but I'll talk to you.
Well, if you request a lawyer, you can't talk to us, so.
Okay, I've never done this. Dad always told me if anything ever happened where you
So here's the thing. I mean, that's your right. We're always going to give you your right. If you want a lawyer, that's completely up to you. If you'd like to talk to us and kind of help us get to what happened tonight.
Listen, my brain's fried. I'd love to help you, but I have not slept in over almost 72 hours.
Okay.
I'm manic. I'm bipolar. I have schizophrenic tendencies.
Do you take medication?
Yeah, I've been taking it. You know, I deal with. I got major trauma. You know, I don't want to be alive, but I'm trying. I met somebody, and I brought him to my home, and I brought him to my home. I can't believe I fell asleep.
So obviously, right now, I would love to ask you questions, but obviously, since we're this, and if you're telling me you want a lawyer, you want to talk to me.
No, I'll talk to you. I just really need water.
Okay, no, we're getting a water, but I need to make sure that you do want to talk to me, or do you want a lawyer?
I'll talk.
As the investigation moved forward, police uncovered more and more evidence that Devin's story did not match reality. What made the situation even more unsettling was how recent everything was. Charlotte and her mother had only been staying with Devin for a little over a week after the two adults met while receiving treatment at a psychiatric facility and quickly started a relationship. In that short time, Devin had only been left alone with Charlotte once before, making the circumstances of that night even more alarming.
I really need to call my mom.
Okay.
I really need to call her.
Okay, so since we're in this interview, I will let you call her, but do you mind putting on speakerphone?
That's fine.
Okay.
She's gonna yell at me.
Why would she yell at you?
Because I shouldn't have left.
Well, your daughter is no longer here. She shouldn't be yelling.
She's no longer with us, Mom. She was murdered.
Oh. Please tell me no.
She was murdered.
What? Why? What? Please tell me no. You're not. This is not true.
It's true. I think so. I don't know.
Well, you've never taken a robot. Good nightmare.
You should have made me leave.
Who found her?
The police found her. The police found her in a bag in a shed.
In a bag in a shed? In a bag in a shed?
Do you think that maybe she accidentally did it to herself, or
No?
No.
There's no way she'd do that to herself.
What?
She said that there's no way she did it to herself.
Well, no. She's 3 years old, you dumb. What the? Who said that she could have ever done that?
And I just didn't know.
This is what you get for being such a... I hate to say this, Miranda. I really hate to say this, but you just...
Yeah, you don't need to hear that right now.
She's always like this to me. That's why I went to his house in the first place.
Surveillance footage from the trailer park and nearby areas showed that before calling 911, Devin had actually loaded a large tote into his car, driven away for several minutes, returned, and only then contacted police. Detectives also confronted him with evidence that he had tried to clean parts of the bathroom where blood had been found. At first, Devin denied remembering any of it, claiming confusion and exhaustion. But as the interview continued, his explanations became even more disturbing. He began describing vivid, dreamlike visions, claiming that while he slept, he had been fighting a demon, using weapons against it in what he described as a kind of battle.
Now, I don't know what really happened that night. I don't. All I know is that I went to bed and it felt like I had this holy war in my brain, like I was dreaming this battle, you know, using
What were you doing in the battle? What kind of battle were you fighting? It was like
this demon I was fighting. And so within this battle, I was fighting this demon that was attacking the home. It was there. It was like this dark figure. You know, I never saw it. Like I couldn't see it. But I remember I was like, I have a blade. I'll use it. I'll use this blade. You know, it was like a stick. It was a long stick. I'm like, this stick, I can beat you with this stick, and you'll never know what's gonna happen. Like this stick will hurt you so bad you'll never know.
Where'd you get the stick from?
It was like things were appearing for me. Like I was manifesting these weapons. So like I would pull a blade would appear from the ground, and I pulled the blade and I try to fight them, and then
What kind of blade did you pull?
It was like the sword I had, the katana. The katana I have in the home. Yes, it looked just like the katana.
What made this account deeply unsettling was how closely those descriptions began to align with the injuries later documented on Charlotte's body.
There's no good way to ever break this to a mother. Nobody wants to ever know of the full details of what happens because it's terrible. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It was, like I said, the worst I've had in my career. Died of blunt force trauma, strangulation, and she had a broken rib, and she was it's presumptive for a sexual assault. She was also sliced, severely sliced in her left leg by her knee, and it was not just like a cut, like it was like down to the bone, like it was cut. And the stick that you used in your dream, is that the one that you said you got from your father?
Yes. Yeah. So it's this you know, like this blessed weapon, you know, Is that a hollow stick? I don't think it was hollow because I felt like it was solid. Like I could push it through someone, but it could have been hollow. I don't remember entirely in the dream. But I know that I do have a stick that is hollow that I got from my father. I do know I have one.
The blunt force trauma was severe.
She's tiny.
She's tiny. Yeah, she was tiny. She was a little thing.
She's a baby.
Yeah. I don't have any any excuse for somebody like him.
I don't either.
I don't know what his mental status. I don't care how.
I just wish I was there.
Investigators realized that many of the violent details Devin described as part of his dream appeared to mirror what had actually been done to her. As detectives pressed him further, Devin also made deeply inappropriate and disturbing comments about Charlotte's behavior. Toward him, statements investigators believed were an attempt to shift blame and distort the reality of what had happened. At the same time, his own family began providing additional background that painted an even darker picture. His sister described him as a habitual liar with a history of violent and disturbing behavior, and she revealed that he'd abused her when they were children. Other family members spoke about his instability, aggression, and the fear they had felt around him long before Charlotte ever entered his life. With surveillance footage, forensic evidence, and his own contradictory statements all pointing in the same direction, the case against him quickly became overwhelming. Devin O'Brien was initially charged with multiple serious offenses, including aggravated murder, rape, kidnapping, strangulation, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Ultimately, he accepted a plea deal and pleaded guilty to aggravated murder with a sexual motivation specification, receiving a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. And what makes this case so deeply unsettling is not just the brutality of the crime itself, but how quickly it all unfolded. A child placed in the care of someone who had only been in her life for days, a story that began to fall apart almost immediately, and a discovery that revealed the truth in the most horrific way possible. Cases like that leave behind a very real kind of horror, one rooted in human behavior and decisions that spiral out of control. But not every disturbing moment caught on camera comes with a clear explanation, and sometimes what officers encounter in the field raises questions that are far harder to answer. A chilling scene unfolded late one evening after residents began reporting a man who had been sitting motionless in his truck for hours, parked in the middle of the road without explanation. Concerned for his safety, and for their own, they called the police. When officers arrived on the scene, what they found was far from normal. The man sat still, eyes wide, muttering to himself in a low, unintelligible tone. One of the officers, holding a rosary in hand and sensing something deeper was at play, decided to offer it to the man, hoping to bring comfort or peace. But the reaction that followed was anything but peaceful.
¿Qué pasa, perrito? Coja ese escapulario.
¿Qué le pasó?
Cójalo, papi, cójalo.
No lo suelte, cójalo.
Quieto.
No, pues
quieto, papi, quieto.
Cójalo ahí, duro.
Espere, papá, controles.
¿Vieron que en la Aurora? ¿Será este mismo? Sí, es acá.
Sí, acá está.
Mamá, Javier. Voy a matar a Javier y a sus hijos.
No, espere.
Voy a matar a Javier y a sus hijos.
Espere, papá, espere.
¿Aló? Ya, amigo, buenas noches. Mire, su de carretera.
Espere, papi, espere. Espere.
Toca cruzarlo, güey.
Lea el Salmo 91.
Acuéstelo, ¿verdad?
Papi, acuéstese. Acuéstese el chino.
The moment the man's hand touched the rosary, he screamed violently, flinging it away as if it burned him. His entire body convulsed in panic, his voice rising into an inhuman shriek that echoed into the night. The officer, visibly shaken, held the rosary tighter and took a cautious step back as the man thrashed in his seat, clearly in pain or distress. But from what? No one could tell. Some viewers speculated the man was under the influence of drugs or suffering from a severe psychological breakdown. But others believe something more sinister was at work, that the rosary, a sacred object, triggered a violent spiritual reaction. Whatever it was, one thing is certain: something deeply wrong happened that night. And we may never get the full story, Moments like that often leave people debating what could possibly explain such an extreme reaction. But the next case is not about interpretation or speculation. It's about something far more calculated, hidden in plain sight for years.
Thank you. I want to have a better family.
You want to have a better family? I'm sorry.
At first glance, this looked like the perfect family channel. Millions of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, 7 smiling, adopted children acting out fun, colorful skits for YouTube. But behind that cheerful online image was something much darker, because according to the children themselves, the woman the internet saw as a loving mother was actually starving them, isolating them, threatening them, and turning their home into a house of horrors. It all started on March 13th, 2019, in Arizona. Megan, one of the family's biological children, finally decided to speak to police about what had really been happening inside the home. Megan and Jordan were Michelle's biological daughters, while Michelle had gone on to adopt 7 more children. One of those children recorded a video for Megan, and what was said in that video shocked her so deeply that she decided to call the police. Watch.
And when was this video taken?
Today.
Today. Okay.
Where she locks me in a room with only underwear and tank top. Doesn't give me a blanket. What kind of room is it? A closet, and it's a tile floor. No carpet, just an empty green room. How many other people sleep in there? 3.
And that room is in your house? In the house?
It's in my mom's bedroom, like a sleep bathroom. She like got all the carpet ripped out and put in tile for it.
Is there a lock on the closet?
She doesn't let us eat for at least 2 days straight, or maybe more. No food and no water? No food, no water. Do you get a good bathroom whenever you need? No. Once I had to pee and she locked me in that room because I did something and I peed myself because she didn't let me go. So does she like that to everyone? Yes. That's why she gives everyone pull-ups, because she knows that they're going to pee.
The officers had already heard enough. They decided to go to the house for a welfare check, not yet knowing this would become one of the most horrifying cases they had ever seen.
Hi, Donnie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Officer Bernice. I'm with the Maricopa Police Department.
Okay.
We need to do a welfare check in this house.
Oh, okay. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Where is your mother at?
She's upstairs. You want to go get her?
Yeah, I can go up there and get her.
Okay. Mom! Mom! She's up here.
Okay, can I go up there with you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Stand up. Sorry. What? It's a police department.
Why?
Hi,
Can I help you?
I'm Donnie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn off the light on you. What's going on?
You mind if I talk to you?
Yeah.
You want to take the kids downstairs?
Yeah. Oh, come on, guys.
Okay. Have a seat.
I need you to go downstairs. Is there any other kids up here?
Yeah,
Come on,
go
guys.
downstairs.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Have a seat. Or whatever you want to do.
Hold on. All right, here's what's going on.
Okay.
Like I told you, my name's Donnie. All right? To be quite frank with you, we received a report of child neglect. Okay. All right? So that's why we're here. Okay?
From who?
Right now, that's irrelevant. Okay? This is what's going to happen, okay?
Just tell me what's going on.
We need to interview all of your kids separately. Okay?
Okay.
And we need to conduct a search of the residence. Now, we could do these 2 ways, okay? Legally, you're entitled to
Can
your...
we come back here? Because I don't see a warrant or anything,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah, you're fine. We're making sure there's nobody else in the house, okay? Constitutionally, you have your rights. One of the ways that we are entitled to do this is with your consent, okay? So it means you give me your consent to go through your house and look for any evidence that might be possibly used against you, okay? The other way is that we get a search warrant, and then we go through the residence with the search warrant, okay? So those are the 2 options, okay? I would like to speak to the kids freely with your consent, you're not going to be there when this is going on. But again, you also have the right to say, no, you're not going to interview my kids, okay? But right now we are doing a welfare check on the children. We're going to talk to them, make sure they're okay. There's no bruises, anything like that, okay? So what do you think about this?
I think we're in the middle of a packing scenario, and my house is trashed because we've dug stuff out of everywhere, and I don't approve of you really going through my residence at this particular point in time.
Okay.
So, however, I really approve of that. You could talk to my children. I mean, my children are all safe and
okay.
I want to know what the report thing was prior to this.
The mother did not react like someone horrified by a false accusation. She reacted like someone worried about losing control of the situation. Police made it clear that all of the children needed to be interviewed separately, away from Michelle. And that was critical. Because in cases like this, children often stay silent out of fear. The moment a parent can no longer control the room is often the first moment the truth can actually come out. And that is exactly what happened.
I'm here to help, okay? I want to make sure nothing happens to you or your brothers or your sisters, okay? Okay? Do you understand what that means? Okay, what do you think it means?
It means you help people. Like, if there's anybody bad, you come and save us from them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're fine, baby. You're fine. You want to sit up? You don't have to cry. You're fine. Here we go. Here we go. Here. Sit down on this bench. Huh? Here we go. Sit down on the bench. All right. Why are you crying? Why are you crying?
I want to have a better family.
You want to have a better family? I'm sorry.
I know it's really hard to leave my mom, but...
Yeah. Take some deep breaths, okay?
You know that spray that you use where there's like bad people and stuff?
Yeah.
E-P-P-E-R?
Yeah.
Spray?
Pepper spray? Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, baby.
Empty two of those bottles on me.
Okay.
Then came one of the most heartbreaking lines in the entire case. One of the girls, through tears, told the officer that she wanted a better family. That single sentence says more than anything else ever could. Children are naturally wired to love and defend their parents. So when a child says they want a different family, you know the pain they're living with must be unbearable. And while the allegations against Michelle were growing more disturbing by the minute, yet even then, she seemed more concerned with finding out who had reported her than with what the children were actually saying.
The little blonde one down there, she, as soon as my son said, the police are here and they're coming up the stairs, she starts crying and she goes, I know who it is, I know who it is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. And she goes, it's Jordan, which is one of my adult daughters. Okay. And she has a very big vengeance against me right now. So I cut her off. She did try to contact me and try to say, well, if I want to be a part of her life, blah, blah, blah. I had to jump through these hoops and whatnot. I basically just blocked her. I said, no, I'm fine with the way my life is. Mm-hmm. I don't need that extra stress in my life of somebody who wishes I was dead and is waiting for their inheritance. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's like, she literally, the last time I saw her, she's like, I'm just waiting for the life insurance.
Whatever the truth may have been regarding Michelle's relationship with her daughter Jordan, it doesn't change the fact that her other adult daughter Megan played an equally important role in finally getting police involved. Michelle didn't know that yet though, and continued blaming Jordan.
Every time my brother runs away and CPS comes, he makes us lie. Just like you say good things, not saying bad things.
Okay, I'm just listening, okay?
You guys saw the video that I was talking to the camera, and my sister Megan was talking to me?
Yep.
It's all true. It's happened. My I'm upstairs. I want the door closed.
You want this door closed?
Yeah, because I don't want them hearing.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it.
All right, well, come on in. Yeah, it's pretty tight, but hey, whatever makes you feel safe, okay?
It's hard to leave my mom, but I have to. Okay. I don't want you telling my other siblings.
I won't.
Please.
We're not going to tell them. Can I ask them if everything's okay at home? I'm not going to tell them anything you said.
Something else I want to tell you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't dinner. She won't let me have dinner. And the police tore me. And now she won't let me dinner. And she's starving me 4 days before.
4 days? You haven't eaten in 4 days.
No, before.
Okay.
As the interviews continued, one of the children revealed that she had been denied dinner for 4 straight days. 4 days. And maybe the most disturbing part was how casually she said it, as if it had become normal. That's when you realize just how deeply broken the environment inside that house really was. These children weren't just being punished. They were being conditioned to believe that cruelty was normal.
Is there anything in here that you want to eat right now while we're waiting? Seriously, anything. Look, you got some chips. You got... No. Now listen, don't worry about that. No, she's not. No, she's not. You are not going to talk to Mom right now. Okay? Grab a bag of chips. Go ahead, grab a bag of chips. Perfect. Sit down, okay? Enjoy. Look at me. I want to help you.
I couldn't stand it.
I know, baby.
They're trying to kill me.
It's horrible.
Thing in my neck.
It's horrible, baby.
Literally today, she got. I woke her up from a nap, and when she woke up from her nap, she said, "You guys don't get dinner." I was like, "It wasn't me. I didn't wake you up," which it was because I wanted dinner. I was hungry. And she was like, "Well, you don't get dinner." And I started crying about it because I was hungry. Everybody's hungry. And then she's like, "If you don't shut up, I'm going to take you into the bathroom and slap your mouth and make sure I cut your lip open. And I'll do it a couple more times to make sure it's nice and deep and make sure it's painful." I don't know if I still have one.
You're fine, baby.
I have bruises all over me because of her, especially.
Okay.
I want to get out of this house.
The girl also described horrifying threats. She said Michelle threatened to kill her, to cut her lip open, and to slash her neck. And whether every single threat was carried out or not, the damage was already done. A child should never have to wonder if the person raising them might actually hurt them. That kind of fear doesn't disappear when the moment ends. It stays with you. As officers took in the cruelty and neglect these children had allegedly been living through, Michelle once again grew impatient over not being told more, acting as if nothing was truly wrong.
I'm just asking what the complaints were.
We got a call about possible child.
But what type of child?
Physical.
Okay, from?
I can't tell you that because I didn't take the call, so I don't know who called. Okay. But I know based on the call that we need to speak to all the kids.
Sure.
Okay.
You said you were interviewing one last child, so
yeah.
I'm just wondering where we are from here.
Right now, based on some information that we received, we are going to have contact DCS.
Okay, why?
Okay. I'm not going to release that information to you. All I can tell you is that there's going to be an investigation. So that's
what I've ever done is spank my child. I've spanked the child. Like, what? Trying to search my brain. I don't even know. You're allowed to spank the child, right?
As long as it's used for discipline, absolutely, yep.
What else would you use it for?
Be surprised.
But it was already becoming painfully clear that Michelle's idea of discipline was nothing close to the real meaning of the word.
Pull-ups?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because I've accidents.
Oh, yeah. Do you have injuries or what?
It's because I think my father's in
You ran from your mom the last time you said, right?
Yeah.
Because you were afraid. What usually happens? I can't remember. So tell me what's happening the last time.
I'll either get spanked or I don't want to say it. It's not I either get beat
When you said you get beat, what do you mean by that?
Like unexplained for the car. Just been there.
Anything else?
No, not really.
While Joseph may not have shared many details, Stacy was more than willing to describe the hell she and her siblings had been forced to live through.
Literally, she takes his armpit and twists it by her nails. Her nails are humongous. And takes it and twists it and spit in their face. She literally takes a mouthful of spit and spits it in our face. I don't know what kind of mom does this to us. And then she always tells us to lie. I don't want to live with Megan. And then mom makes up lie. You don't get anything for 4 days straight. Because you were being horrible. No food, no water. Haven't even had water once today.
Eat these chips. Eat them. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble for eating right now. Okay? I'm telling you to eat these chips. Okay?
I was like, cops don't even care if you're being horrible. They still feed you. And she said on the Bible, it says do not feed kids if they're bad.
It's not true.
And take baths and really beat kids. It says that on the Bible, she said.
I love you, and I don't even know you.
I love you too, because you're saving me from this house.
I know, baby.
Then, after hours of this, Michelle suddenly remembered that the children hadn't eaten and asked if pizza could be heated up for them. And honestly, that moment says everything. Because the children themselves seemed surprised that food was suddenly being offered.
Your brothers are going to heat up some pizza.
All of you. All of you.
But I think she's feeding you because she's scared that you guys are going to say you haven't eaten.
That's why we just gave him all of that stuff.
I know.
No, everybody knows he's not allowed to eat for a week. Mom was really trying to make it. She's like, you're not eating for a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 months.
Okay. I can tell how you guys are acting with the fruit snacks and with the drinks because you guys haven't. I know that. I know that. I can see it, baby.
I was going to lie, but I couldn't. I can't handle it.
You don't need to lie. Okay? You don't need to lie.
In the meantime, even without a search warrant in hand, the officers couldn't help but notice strange and suspicious details throughout the house.
Why is the key in the door here?
Huh?
Why is the key in the door?
Oh,
When we were doing foster care, we had to basically have everything locked up. Oh, really?
Yeah, like any sort of chemical, like any sort of like hardware, like a vacuum is considered like hardware.
Mm.
You have to have like all that locked up.
and now it's a playroom.
The playroom. Wow.
It's a playroom when we play.
Cool.
Police would soon get that warrant, and when they explained the process to Michelle, she suddenly seemed to realize what this investigation might uncover.
If they conduct the search warrant and there's nothing found to support those allegations, then that still benefits you.
I know what it is now.
And I know that.
I know what it is now.
Okay, but they still have to do their job. So.
I know what it is now.
What do you mean by that?
I just think that because of what my daughter knows, I know what it is now because she knows what a disarray my house is in. I bet you anything. Just know that the only weapon I have in my house is a can of pepper spray, and I have a feeling it has to do with that because of my daughter.
Okay.
I've been racking my brain all friggin' for hours right now, or forever since you guys got here.
I know.
And it's been hurting. And
This is the one frustrating part.
And it's not surprising that Michelle immediately connected the investigation to the pepper spray, considering what Stacy had already told officers earlier that night.
My Jordan, do you know Claudia?
Mm-hmm.
She came home from work. I haven't seen her in like 4 months. And she came home from work. It was late at night. And she was hungry. So she burnt her pizza because she fell asleep on the couch. And so Mom told me to go get the pepper spray and try to pepper spray her in the face. So she ran out of the house with pepper spray on her face.
So DCS should be coming out, and they should be taking custody of the kids. Based on the allegations. And they'll be talking to you as well.
When police executed the search warrant, It didn't take long for them to find troubling details that appeared to back up exactly what the children had described. 2 cans of pepper spray were found in a drawer, matching Stacy's story. Officers also got a look at the infamous green room upstairs. The isolated room Stacy said she and her siblings had been locked inside for hours, if not longer.
It's a green room. There's a lock on it. He makes me sleep with only underwear and a top on a tile floor. No blankets, no nothing.
All of these horrifying things finally came to an end in the early hours of March 14th, when all 7 children were removed from the home. Michelle Hobson and her 2 adult sons were arrested on multiple felony charges, including child abuse. And although Michelle would later die before she could stand trial, one prosecutor pointed out the only small mercy left in this case. The children would never have to testify against her in court. In the end, the Fantastic Adventures channel was terminated, and the image of the happy YouTube family completely fell apart. But what remains is far darker than just another internet scandal. According to the children, this was not simply a fake family brand. It was a system of fear, starvation, threats, and control, hidden behind colorful thumbnails and forced smiles. And that is what makes this case so deeply disturbing. Behind one of YouTube's biggest family channels, 7 children were allegedly living through hell. Now, while that story exposed what was happening behind closed doors, the next case begins in the opposite kind of environment: wide open, remote, and impossible to fully control. You may have heard of Riker Webb, the 3-year-old boy who vanished in the woods of Montana in June 2022. His disappearance sparked national attention, with many comparing the case to the chilling mysteries found in the Missing 411 series. Riker was said to have a fascination with bugs, and it's believed this innocent curiosity may have led him to wander off into the forest. But what happened next is where the mystery deepens. Despite a rapid response and a massive search party mobilized shortly after he went missing, Riker somehow evaded detection for 2 whole days, surviving rain, near-freezing temperatures, and harsh wilderness conditions. And when he was finally found, over 2 miles away from where he was last seen, he was remarkably unharmed. But what many people don't know is that Riker's older brother, Caden, had once shared details on TikTok, offering a glimpse into what Riker said after being rescued. While Caden's TikTok account has since disappeared, likely due to how much attention it attracted, a resurfaced video has begun circulating again, reigniting public fascination.
Asking about what happened. Riker, do you remember when you got lost?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see?
I see a house.
A house?
In the woods.
In the woods?
Yeah. So I can live and then I can live in...
Someone lived in the house?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. That was scary. You okay though now?
Mm-hmm.
In that clip, Caden shares something Riker allegedly said about the time he spent alone in the forest. Comments that left viewers shaken and wondering what really happened during those missing days. It's important to note, Riker was just 4 years old when that video was recorded. His memory may have faded or blurred with imagination. Still, the facts remain eerie. He had apparently taken shelter in an old outdoor shed owned by local residents, a stroke of luck that likely saved his life. What makes this even more unsettling is the location. That part of Montana is known to be home to grizzly bears, coyotes, bobcats, and even mountain lions. The odds of a small child surviving alone in those woods, untouched by wildlife or the elements, are incredibly slim. Some in the community say Riker wasn't the same when he came back, that something had changed, and others speculate, quietly, cautiously, that perhaps something or someone led him into those woods and then led him back out. Caden's TikTok may be gone, But many are still waiting, hoping that one day he might post again. And maybe then we'll get another glimpse into the mystery that still haunts this case. Now, if you found that unsettling, brace yourself, because what comes next is even more disturbing. As you can see, this was captured by a Polish police officer. The video was recorded on February 9th, 2023, and what it shows has haunted viewers ever since. It all started when a 24-year-old woman named Zofia called the police in a panic. She told the dispatcher that something was seriously wrong with her mother, Kamilka. Zofia said she had never seen her like this before, confused, aggressive, as if she was possessed. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Zofia and 2 other women waiting outside. All of them were visibly shaken, but nothing could have prepared the officers for what they were about to witness.
Kamilka, to coś cię widzę. No nie ciągaj się. Kamilka. Kamilka. Kamilciu. Chodź na dół, twoje dziecko cię woła. Chodź Kamilka, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła. Wiktoria cię woła. Wiki cię woła.
As you can see in the footage, something was clearly wrong with Kamilka. The officers chose to keep their distance at first, hoping they could calm her down and convince her to come outside on her own. But she didn't. Instead, she stayed inside, making bizarre, guttural sounds. She didn't respond to a single word they said. It was as if she were somewhere else entirely, like her mind had left the room. One officer later described it as watching someone who was no longer human. But the longer they waited, the more worried they became. They had no choice. They had to go in. Slowly, cautiously, they entered the house, hoping to bring Kamilka out safely. But what happened next was more terrifying than anything they'd ever encountered.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę.
Zawczyzny, kurwa, tak?
No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź tam do...
Uważaj.
Nie, zgoda.
A wy ją widzicie w ogóle?
No nie, nie.
That's where the footage cuts off. According to Zofia, she, her mother, and 2 other women had been experimenting with a Ouija board in an abandoned house nearby. That house, according to local rumors, had a dark history. Some even claimed it used to be a hideout for cannibals decades ago. Zofia said everything seemed fine at first. But then, her mother began to change. She became distant, unpredictable, and then she snapped. She started making strange noises and even tried to attack the people around her, as if her mind and body had been taken over by something unnatural. Eventually, the police were able to restrain her. Kamilka was taken to a psychiatric hospital where she remains to this day. Zofia says her mother is calmer now, but she's never been the same again. According to her, Kamilka has one clear message for the world. Don't mess with the Ouija boards. There's more behind them than you think. So, what do you think? Was this a terrifying case of possession, or was it the tragic result of a severe mental breakdown? You be the judge. Luckily, these officers were part of a strong and experienced team. But even then, these are things no one would ever sign for. Just as in this next footage, captured by Brazilian police officers during a late-night operation. Local authorities were called in after several residents reported hearing loud, blood-curdling screams coming from the abandoned hospital on the edge of their town. It wasn't the first time people had complained about strange sounds coming from that building. But this time, it was different. The screams were louder, closer, and they wouldn't stop. 3 heavily armed officers were sent to investigate. They had no idea what to expect. But what they found was far beyond anything they had imagined. Let's take a look.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano, que é isso, mano? Mano, não tem nada. Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano, bora, mano. Deus me livre, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano. Corre. Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho?
What happens next is hard to explain. The last thing we see is the officers turn and flee, running out of the hospital as fast as they can. Later, they admitted they weren't exactly sure what they saw. But whatever it wasn't human. Since then, there have been no official updates, no press releases, just this video, quietly uploaded to Twitter by one of the officers who was there that night. And now, it's spreading across the internet, leaving viewers with one chilling question. Was it real? Or something else entirely? What do you think happened inside that hospital? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And while you're doing that, we head to the last one of this video. Captured on a remote road on the outskirts of Warsaw, Poland, on March 30th, 2014. Inside the car, a man is driving with his young daughter in the passenger seat. The road is poorly lit, barely illuminated, even by the car's high beams. Visibility is limited to no more than 20 or 30 feet ahead. A few seconds into the video, a car traveling in the opposite direction flashes its headlights, what appears to be some kind of warning. But by then, it's already too late.
Jesus Maria!
Out of nowhere, a figure appears in the middle of the road. The driver swerves, trying to avoid hitting the person standing there. He tries to regain control, but in the panic and confusion, the car veers off the road and crashes into a nearby ditch. Both the man and his daughter survive with only minor injuries, but the incident could have easily ended very differently. What's unsettling is the figure itself. It appears to be a man, with his back turned to the vehicle, completely still, standing in the center of a pitch-black road. No flashlight, no reflective gear, no movement to indicate awareness. Just standing. There's no reason to be in a place like that at that hour, especially on such a dark, narrow stretch of road. Some believe the man may have been under the influence, or worse, attempting to end his own life. But what makes the story even more disturbing is what happened next. The moment the crash occurred, the man fled the scene, disappearing into the night. Police were never able to locate him. No name, no face, no explanation. Some viewers believe this could have been a ghost, a lost soul from a previous accident on that very road. Others believe it was a person with deeply troubling intentions. The footage remains online, the mystery unsolved. So, what do you think? Was this just a close call with a reckless pedestrian? Or did the driver and his daughter encounter something not entirely human that night? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.